Hello and welcome back to One Day to Get 5 May for AP Precalculus. This is episode 36, and today I have an FRQ problem that is, it's from Unit 2, but it doesn't specifically say that, but because it's talking about logarithmic functions over here, ln, natural log, that means it's going to be from Unit 2. Alright, so before I do the problem, I'd like you to give it a shot and then check back and see how you did. Alright. A high school student decided to host an annual food drive to help local community members during the holiday season. The students record how many items were collected at the end of each year's drive. In the initial year, 1980, t equals 0, the school collected 50 items. 7 years later, t equals 7, the school collected 160 items. Alright. So the number of items collected in a given year can be modeled by the function f given by f of t equals a plus b, natural log of t plus 1, where f of t is the number of items collected in a year, and t is the number of years since the initial year of the food drive. This would be 1980. Alright, so use the data to write two expressions that can be used to find the values for constants a and b in the expression for f of t. And then ask you to find the values of a and b as decimal approximations. So we're given pretty much 2 points. When t is 0, the number of items collected is 50, right? This is a point t, f of t, right? Another point like that would be 7, 160, right? Because in the 7th year, they collected 160 items. Alright, so what we're saying is, because we have 0, 50, f of t is equal to a plus b natural log of t plus 1, right? Let me just bold these. And we want to know what those are, right? First, let's do part 1 to write two expressions. So we have f of t, right? These are f of t's, these y values, and we're saying that that y value of 50 happens when t is 0. So let's plug that into our formula for f of t is 50 and t is 0, right? So 50 is equal to a plus b natural log of 0 plus 1, or 50 is equal to a plus, or I think, yeah, a plus b, let's go a little further, natural log of 1. Now natural log of 1 is equal to 0 because e to the 0 equals 1, right? So this is just going to be b times 0, which is 0. So all in all, we have is 50 is equal to a. Or actually, how about for part A, we can stop here. For part 1, we can stop there. This is what happens if you simplify a little further. Now, this is equation 1. If you have a second equation, that would look like, so f of t, that's going to be 160, is equal to a plus b natural log of 7 plus 1, right? Because it's time of 7, we're plugging in t equals 7. Right, so like I was saying, this is our f of t, this is our t, this is our t, this is our f of t, right? So this would be our second equation that can be used. So we're trying to find the values of a and b as decimal approximations where we need it. Well, I showed you, when you simplify this further, you have 50 is equal to a plus b natural log of 1, which is just a, right? Because this b term goes to 0. Over here, we're going to get, if we simplify this, 160 equals a plus b natural log of 8. Right, so we have a is equal 50. We want to solve for b. So let's get this only in terms of b by substituting in our value for a, right? Let me just, for number 2, let me draw little arrows. So 160 is equal to 50 plus b natural log 8. Let's subtract 50, not 58, 50 from both sides. We get 110 is equal to b times natural log 8. I'm going to divide both sides by natural log of 8 to undo that multiplication. I get b is equal to 110 over natural log 8. And if I plug this into my calculator, let me just check. Yeah, I was checking my voice recording. Probably should have checked that earlier. Alright, 110 divided by the natural log of 8. So that's going to be a 52.90. Okay. Actually, let's go a little further. It's 899. Okay. So for part 2, we would have b is about 52.899. Alright, so that is it. These are our two equations over here. And these are our values for a and b, or at least b is an approximation. But it's about 52.9. So, all in all, what our equation would look like is f of t. I was using a lowercase f, it's supposed to be capital. Let me just fix that. So f of t is equal to, a would be 50, so 50 plus 52.899 natural log of t plus 1. That would be our final expression for f of t. It's not really asked explicitly, but at least not in this part. But that would be our equation. Alright, so I hope that you found the video helpful. I hope that you have a good rest of your day.